you've ever studied Zecharia Sitchin or any of his work, this guy spent his life studying the clay tablets with the cuneiform that came from, I guess, over the area, where Iran is, over in that area. And he spent his life basically interpreting and translating 26,000 different clay tablets that were written in cuneiform. And what's really mind-bending is a lot of these things basically talk about ancient aliens basically came to Earth and genetically modified human beings, and that we're basically some kind of hybrid race, and that actually the human body is, and these things are like 5,000-6,000 years old. There's 26,000 of them that this guy spent his life. He's written dozens of books on it. Anyways, these alien beings basically came and they I guess modified or genetically modified us, and because the humanoid form, I guess, apparently is pretty spread throughout the galaxy. And what's fascinating is, they talk about ancient aliens. I mean, when you look at the Maya, these, Egypt, I mean, all over the world, monuments and stone structures that are thousands of years old. Many of these things are so old that we don't even know who made them. I mean, there was I think I talked about in an earlier article, there was a discovery made over in, where the heck was it? It was somewhere it was in Turkey. And there was this sheep herder walking in the middle of the freaking desert, and he sees something, sticking out of the ground or whatever, and he goes over, and basically there's some big piece of stone or whatever. And so, make a long story short, he tells the authorities, they go out there and they start digging it up, and there's these giant columns that they've dated the site to over 13,000 years ago. They have no idea who built it. There's all kinds of carvings and stuff and on these structures, and these big giant beams of stone weigh like thousands and thousands of tons. And there's absolutely no way that even today we'd be very challenged to move some of this stuff with even our heaviest lifting equipment. So how did people 13,000 years ago move this stuff? I mean, when you look at the Quran says, I think human history only goes back like 3,000 years.